Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. I thought it was time for me to get on. It's been a while. And, so much has been going on in the world as far as COVID-19. I didn't want to get on here too soon and talk about it because honestly, I was tired of watching the news. I was tired of seeing posts about COVID-19 and I didn't want to talk about it. Like it just became too much. But I feel like, all right, now I'm ready. Now I kind of like sort through my feelings and really understand how I feel about everything and talk about the parallels between the coronavirus and cancer. So a lot of women, once the whole quarantine thing started happening, a lot of them could relate because when you get chemotherapy, it damages your immune system and your white blood cell count, and you have to be quarantined. You can't be around people. That wasn't the case for me. Like I was still able to work. I wore a mask every so often, and I stayed fairly healthy through all of my treatment. But I don't want to talk about that piece of it. I want to actually take a different approach to the coronavirus and cancer and talk about some of the parallels. So one of the first things I noticed with this whole pandemic, it was just something we heard, right? Like when we heard the coronavirus was breaking out in Wuhan, China, it was just this thing we heard about on the news. No big deal. Nobody was even worried about it. And I feel like cancer is the same way, at least for me. Like, I heard about cancer. It wasn't really anything I was honestly worried about because I felt like I was fairly healthy. So I didn't really take steps to fight cancer in any way, like really intentional steps. But then the coronavirus, it started to get real, like very quickly it felt like. By March, it was like, I can't go to work. My son can't go to school. And, with cancer, it felt the same way. Like when I had my biopsy, it was like, holy crap. Like in a matter of hours, it got real for me that I could have cancer. And it was just like, I couldn't believe it. It was so unreal what was happening, similar to the coronavirus. We have never experienced anything like this before. And neither had my body, neither had my mind, neither had my brain really processed what it would be like to have cancer. So in those ways too, I feel like, how quickly it happened, hearing about it, and then how quickly it happened, having those same feelings with cancer. And then now that it's here, and now that we're starting to open up back again, there is this very clear line of before and after the coronavirus. Before the virus, things were this way. After the virus, they're going to be this way. And we don't even know what that looks like. There's so many unknowns. And I felt the same way with cancer. There was a before cancer and after cancer. There was a very defined line that things were not going to be the same for me ever again. There was a moment. And I see the coronavirus and it's like, man, we could just go to the store and not think anything of it. We could go to the park. We could go to work and it was nothing. But now it's like we have to wear masks. We have to have social distancing. There are I feel like I've heard different layers to this whole coronavirus thing and it's scary. And in those same ways with cancer, there was a before Monica, before cancer, there was a Monica that was thriving, that loved her life. And there was just, I was fine. I was doing great. I was honestly living my best life. And then it happened. And now it's like, now there's so many unknowns. I am not the same person. Our world is not the same world as it was. And again, we have so many unknowns on how this will look for me as a cancer patient and how it will look for everyone else after surviving the coronavirus. So it's like really, I've really been processing these feelings and, they use this term in the news about a new normal, the term I absolutely hated hearing as a cancer patient, but it was the same thing for us too. It's like, we have this new normal we have to get used to because things will never be the same. It is before and after cancer. It is before and after COVID-19 and really trying to understand, how we're going to move forward and what that will look like for us. So anyways, those are just some of the parallels that have been on my mind. Just hearing it in the news, it definitely just felt so similar And now it's like, I do hope that some people have a glimpse into like what we experienced as a cancer patient. Like, we're not done. Yeah, it happened. Yeah, cancer happened. Yeah, the pandemic happened. But we all know we're not done. And it's the same thing for cancer patients too. We have a long road ahead of us that we just don't even know what that looks like. But we're here and we're gonna do it. So anyways, I'm so happy I jumped on today. Sometimes when I follow YouTubers that are cancer patients and I don't hear from them from a while, I don't hear from them in a while, I wonder if they're okay. So I do want to jump on and just say that I'm okay. My family and I are healthy. I have just been home the last 60 days, like many of you, and trying to see what's going to happen next. When will I go back to work? When can I go back to work? I still have a low immune system, so I have that to deal with as well. My white blood cell count is still low from my treatment. So anyways, I hope you are doing well and staying healthy, and, respect other people. Respect other people. Wear a mask, because guess what? It is not about you. And if you don't wear a mask because you don't want to, that's selfish. So do it for other people, if not for yourself. And with that, I'm signing off, and I hope you all have a great day.